Alright, so Sam and I are here today to go over how I built my biochar retort kiln. So, I've already built it, but I will go over how I built it. Alright, so this is just a 55-gallon drum that I got. I think it was on Craigslist or something. It was like 25 bucks. I bought it as a burn barrel, but it did have a top to it. So that's what that is, and I did drill some holes in it. So, I am going to drill a few more holes. I did notice I did need a little bit. I've been propping the top here. So I'm going to drill some more holes to allow some more air. So this is what I used, my drill and a step bit right here. And then I just drilled the holes. So I'm going to put a couple more here and there, I think. So that's what I did. I drilled holes all throughout the barrel on the top, as you can see. Then I did drill them on the bottom. I did not drill it underneath, just on the bottom on the base. And those seem to be adequate amount of holes in there anyway. So that's it. That was the outer barrel. Alright, so then I took the top and I cut the middle up just kind of on these triangles, as you can see. So I just cut those, bent those up into the stack that I actually got at my local transfer station. Somebody had chucked it, so I grabbed it. Couple short pieces. Alright, so this goes right on top of there, and obviously it's been used for a few years, and I built this probably 3-4 years ago, but that's what that's how it works. Then I'll bang it down to seal it up tight. And for the inner chamber, so that's the outer chamber, that's how I built that. That's what it is. It's a 55-gallon drum, the top. Like I said, cut that out, cut the center out, put the stack on. That's that. I had a hard time getting a smaller drum to put in there. A lot of the ones that I found were kind of like the oil drums and stuff like that, or the grease drums. But I did find this. Actually, this was given to me. This is a compressor, actually. And this compressor didn't work. Actually, it did work for a little while, but it needed to be welded on the bottom. It had a hole in it, whatever. Anyway, I decided to just use it as my inner part of the kiln. So this is where my wood goes in that I want to actually make my biochar out of. So that's what that is. I got some good feedstock from a shop locally here, but this is what I'm going to use for the inner chamber. The only holes that I did drill were on the bottom. Okay, so actually let me flip the whole thing over. It's kind of heavy. It's heavy duty, a little bit. Actually, it's way heavier than a regular barrel. But I took some bed frame and I made a base to it because it did have some legs. It actually had these legs on it. It's an old Husky compressor. It was the legs I cut off. And I made the bed frame base, and it's got 5 holes in the bottom of the compressor. So that's it. And all the gases escape through that in the bottom. So that's what that is there. What are you seeing, Sam? What is it? What do you see? Squirrel? Squirrel! So then I cut the top off of it. Pretty much right on the seam. So you see it's got a nice ridge around the seam. Okay. And then this is the top. So this is what I came up with. It actually used to go this way, but now I flip it around. That's the top. It's all sealed up. There's no holes. That's actually welded on the other side. I took a bed frame here and just made like a T-handle so I can lift it. Like so. Put it down. It does seal. I don't tighten it down, but I just bang it a few times and it seals pretty good once you bang it a few times. So when it's cooking, all the gas goes through the bottom. This produces a lot of heat, so I usually do this in winter time because that's works out good because it allows you some heat. I don't do it in the middle of July or August because it's just too hot, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to show you how I load this up. All right. All right. So I took this barrel down. The inner chamber, a little heavier, but I just slide this thing in. Like so, and lift it up. Like so. So stand by. I might put a couple rocks underneath this just to get it off the ground a little bit. Sometimes it'll go into the ground, so. Nice rocks. Right there. Alright, so there we go there. I'm going to take the drill and just clean those edges up a little bit on these holes. So this is what it looks like here. The inner chamber, the outer chamber, ventilation, that's the setup. Alright, so I'm going to go get some of that wood to put in here. We're going to sequester some carbon. That's right. Some of the stuff's kind of small. I've never done items this small. But I got a good mix in here. There's some big chunky ones in there. There's some small, so it's an experiment. I haven't really had this good of stuff to burn. Alright, so I filled up the middle. Now I'm just going to start stuffing wood in the edges and try and keep this centered. I don't want anything painted in the middle section. I just saw a little piece there. Usually I've been using pallets for this, but since I found this guy, I'm throwing this wood away. Or maybe using it for kindling. I think his guys use it for kindling too, but I think they had some spare. This might be interesting to see how these come out. Let me throw those in the middle. So here we are so far. So there we go. Need to get some more on the edges there. Alright, I'm going to see if I can get the top on this. I leave a little bit of room here because this top does have like a concave in it. So I want to be able to put this on. I have room to hammer it down a little bit. Okay. This is about the best wood that I've used to do a burn. Usually it's, I mean, it's hardwood. It's the wood I cut up. It's mostly like this kind of stuff over here. Which is good too, because I have hardwood, I have softwood, kind of like a mix what I have now. But a lot of times I will take this wood and just put it in there along with pallet wood right here. But I really don't want to cut this stuff up, at least not right yet. Some of the stuff that has a dirt on it, I don't want to be putting my chainsaw through something with that much dirt on it. Just gets the chain all dull. Not good for it. But this, actually this stuff isn't too bad. Those were 2x on that pallet, so I will cut that up. I'll probably do another burn with that, but not this really dirty stuff. Just gonna ruin my chain. So, all right, Sam, I'm gonna continue. You just relax there, okay? All right, so we've got everything in there so far. I still got some room. I'm gonna have to stuff some. I want it nice and tight in here, so I'm gonna have to stuff some of this stuff really tight on the sides. As dry as this wood is, I think it's going to do pretty good, and I'm not going to be worried about too much on how much wood I have on the side. All right, I'm going to split up some of this wood to put on top. I'll get a little bit going on the top part here. There's a piece of hardwood. Whoopsie. I think what I'll do is cut some of this Or at least chop up some of these small pieces for kindling, at least to get this thing going. And we'll get her lit up. And get my lighter, light this bad boy up. What I like to do is just get it going pretty good on top and then knock them down as it burns a little bit, and just knock it down, put the cover on. So this will get it going nice. Oh yeah. Let's see. Four fingers. That's about an hour. About an hour of sunlight left. It's going to start getting cold. This fire is going to be doing good. Alright, well that's burning. I'm going to drag this wood back. Alright, I'm going to let that burn down a bit, and then when it's burned down enough, it's probably in about 5 minutes, I'll put the top on it. So stand by.
Yeah.
Got it, Timmy? My good boy. Okay, so it's been about 5 minutes. See if we can poke some of this stuff down. Oh yeah. All right. All right, so now we're gonna see if we can get the top on it, which looks like it's ready for. All right, here we go. Now this will start to sound like a jet here. And I'll tell you, notice the difference. I mean, it was, you see the smoke? Not a whole lot, but there's some smoke there. That smoke is gonna disappear. It's cooking now. Pyrolysis is happening right now. That's good. So without getting too scientific, the outside chamber is heating up the wood on the inside. The gases are in the wood on the inside are going to be escaping through the bottom holes I drilled in the bottom of the inner chamber. And as the gas comes out, the flame on the outer chamber will burn that. So the smoke, which actually has some fuel in it, will actually be reburned from the outer chamber, as well as the gases. So that's, in a nutshell, that's what's happening here. So the nice part about this system is it's set it and forget it. Once you have everything loaded in there, you put the top on and you walk away. You're done. You don't have to feed it anymore. It cooks by itself. It goes out by itself. It's contained. So you can do other stuff while you're making biochar. That's the nice thing about this. Set it, forget it. Alright, so why waste the energy, right? We're going to get some of this water going. I'm going to actually have tea today. I don't have my setup for the coffee to make coffee in this, but I'm going to get some water going on this. As well as, I mean, when you're in New England, you may as well have chowda, right? Gotta have some chowda. So let me get some chowda going. Alright. We get our chowda going there too. I'm telling you, I'm a little hungry. We'll get some chowda going. This is one of the pots that we got from the Goodwill. So, decent pot. Actually, we have these in our kitchen as well. We just happen to, this one got kind of beat up, so we got one at Goodwill, and which is actually better than this one. So we're using the one from Goodwill in the house, and this one I'm using out here. Oh yeah, it's toasty. Look at this log is smoking. Just sitting there and things smoking. Now let's move it back. There we go, that should be good. Don't tell anybody, this is not traditional New England chowda from the North Shore of Massachusetts. But it's all I had in the cabinet, so I'm a little hungry, and I don't want to let this go to waste. All this energy, all this heat. Today's episode is brought to you by BASSETT honey. Truly a superfood. Get yours today. BASSETT honey. Buy local, buy from beekeepers, and buy the real stuff. Alright, so let me bring you guys in here. This is the clam chowda. Like I said, not from the North Shore of Massachusetts. But right now, this is going to be what we're going to be eating. It's seasoned with Old Bay, that's why it's got that little color to it. Otherwise, it would normally be white. Oh yeah, she's looking good. She's looking good. I'll have to give this a little taste here. That's what I'm talking about. Right there. Oh yeah. Not boiling yet. It's okay, buddy. You okay? There's nobody there right now. That was the neighbor hooting and hollering. Well, that looks real good, real good. I gotta tell you, this biochar is just about done, and it's amazing how quick it went. I mean, it's going to be a while, but I can see that the fire's already down to the bottom. And I think with the fact that the wood on the inside was very dry and the wood on the outside was very dry, there wasn't much moisture in it to cook off. So it just went right, burned up, went right to the gases. So I think we got a really good cook and really fast. I haven't used this dry of wood, I don't think, ever. I mean, the closest was probably pallet wood, but I mean, I've used regular tree logs, like for fire. You use firewood in here. That takes a while. That takes a while, especially if it's not totally dry. But this is looking good, and I think I'm gonna have to start eating some of this stuff, because I think it looks good, looks hot, looks ready. Oh yeah, that's good stuff right there. Woo! Oh, hey, there it goes. It's all falling down to the bottom. It was smoking for a little bit. It's going back to burning very clean. And looking at the bottom, let me get you guys close to the bottom here. This part on the bottom, you can still see wood. Well, you can see some smoke in there. It's starting to work its way around this side. So this is probably the last side to burn, because you can see here. Yeah, she's going good. She's going good. All right, Sammy. Yep, it's going good there. Going good there. All right. So this is burning very clean right now. Let me just see if I can show you here. There is no smoke. There is no smoke. And there's still plenty of wood in there burning right now. So for a minute, it did kind of get smoky. It seems to happen about half at the halfway point. It gets smoky since I've used it. And I did put some other vent holes in it to see if that would help. But it seems like if the wood's burning and it's stuck around here, it kind of makes a change. It gets smoky, and then when the wood starts to burn down and burn lower, then it's going to what it's doing now. So for a couple of minutes, it did get real smoky, and then it kicks back in. When it goes to pyrolysis, the gases will shoot out, and it's just reburning, and it burns real clean. And at a certain point, you can see it underneath. If there's not stuff in the way, you can actually see the gases coming out. this is done activating it, I usually put it in my, I usually just put it in the compost pile. I leave it there for months. But in this case, I did went to my local Starbucks and asked them if they could cough up some coffee grounds. And yeah, they coughed up a bunch. They coughed up a bunch. I have it over there, and I think I might just charge it with the coffee grounds and some compost tea, just to move it along a little quicker. Because if I just put it back there and for 6 months or whatever, and actually in this case it's going to be December, January, February, March, April. I guess it would be close to 6 months. But I want to get this stuff charged up a little quicker, get it working a little quicker. So I'll get the coffee grounds in there and get that moving. I want to get my compost, as you've seen in the video. If you guys watched the video before, I did get my compost is also out here in just a big pile. What I do is I leave it outside and I put everything in it. In other words, my garden scraps, I have a tumbler composter in the front. When that's full, I bring it back here and I compost it in the pile. And then I put it in there and I just keep putting everything in there, and then it's such a big pile I use my tractor to mix it up. So some of it is turned to soil, but I just keep mixing the stuff in there. So in that case, the worms are always there. The worms go to that. They go there because they know there's always going to be something there to eat, and it's always good stuff. And now I have worm castings, so I'm constantly adding worm castings to it. Not me, but the worms themselves, because I attract worms to basically my compost / soil pile. That's all I got to say about that. What do you think, Sam? It's getting steamy. It's almost there. See, if I had my little coffee thing in there, I can see the percolator going, but I don't have it in there. What are you seeing, Sammy? Well, I haven't had Old Bay in a while. This Old Bay stuff's got a little bite to it. I like it. You want to try this? Try it. Might be a little spicy. You don't mind spice, Sammy, though. What do you think? Because he likes it. Oh yeah, it's come back to life. How's that? Pretty good stuff or what, huh? Hey! Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Right? Did you get it all? Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that clean, dude. Maybe there's a hair there. What do you think? All right. Oh yeah. All right. This here is a mug that my daughter made me many years ago. Love it. All right. I'm gonna have me some green tea. I'm gonna put a little bit more water in there. Kind of looking green in there. Well, folks, if you're out in the wilderness with your dog, out in the middle of nowhere, you're making yourself a cup of tea, and you're thinking, what could I use for sweetener? What I use is honey from BASSETT Bee Farm. There's none other like it. It's what dreams are made of. The superfood of all superfoods. Enjoy. All right, so just to check back with the burn, how it's going. As you can see, it is super clean. There's nothing coming out of that but some waves, no smoke. Hey, get my tea, boy. This side hasn't gotten it yet, and it's right to this side now, or this hole, and then there's that. So here's the German Shepherd in his natural habitat. All right, so she's burning clean. She's burning clean. Burning real clean there. Got this one side to do. These two holes don't have fire control. This one has fire. Just catching. This one nothing. But the gas is flowing, ladies and gentlemen. Gas is flowing. All right, let me try my green tea here. Oh wow. Ooh, that's good. That's good. That's real good. Sammy, what do you think? Ooh, you gotta try this. You want to try a little bit of this? I'll put it in a bowl for you. You want to split it? Here, you got to try this. There you go. right? Am I right or what? Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Whoa, you like that? Woo. He likes the green tea. Dude, come on. Alright, hold on. I'll give you some more. I can make more too, you know. Hold on, let's have some. Good. Hey, you get your own, dude. Hey, come on. Hold on, you want some of the honey too? Here. There, get your own. He must be part bear. Alright, that's good. That's my good boy. Better get that pot off of there. Let's see. Okay. So if you wanted more tea, we can have more tea, but let's hold off for a little bit. I'm just trying to see if I can see the gas escaping through the bottom, but I can't. I can tell it's happening because there's nothing, there's no smoke. You can see here, now all along, everything's pretty much done as far as wood. A little bit of wood in there, mostly ash. And you see up top here, look at all the gas coming out from underneath the top of the inside chamber. That's all gas burning. There's no wood up there. It's all ash. You can see on the inside, that's ash, but on the outside of the inner chamber, all kind of flame coming out. That's all the gas. Yeah, that looks good. Any thoughts on this retort kiln? Not really? Alright. Apparently no comment. Alright, I just want to get this last little bit here. It's pretty much done and the flame has gone way down, but you can, this is even a better view, I believe. that you can see where the gas is just coming out of the edge of the top of the inner cover. That is gas burning. There's nothing else burning. The metal's not on fire. So we're gonna let this thing cook. We're gonna let it finish up. We're gonna come back tomorrow and we're gonna open it up and we're gonna see how everything turned out. All right, so we'll see you then. Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe. Come on, puppy. All right. Let's see how this biochar came out. Okay, so here we are a day later. Let's take a look and see what we got here. Whew. Hold on, I'm gonna get an axe. I'm gonna get a hammer. They're blasting around here. I don't know if that came up on the camera, but had 2 blasts right in a row. Okay, so here we are a day later. We're gonna pop this open and see how that biochar came out. Okay. So this is what the top looks like. So there's the top. Everything is burned out of there. And let's see, take this off. Ooh, and there we go. Got some char. And it's all the way through. Let me tilt this thing over. Oh yeah, it looks good. Looks good. All right, I'm gonna dump this out. Well, it did get some white ash in there. Not a whole lot. Looks like we did have a little oxygen get in there, but not much. Oh, that's some good stuff right there. Look at that. That's some good stuff. Even some of this thin stuff. This is the most ash I've ever had in a batch. Not that there's a lot, but it looks like a lot, but it's really not. Alright, so there's the batch. And it's always good to give it a taste, you know what I mean? Just to make sure it's a good batch, so. Want some, Sam? It's good to taste, buddy. We always taste every batch. Good, huh? So there we go. So I'm just gonna usually I roll over this with my tractor. I think I'm just gonna let me try something. I've never done this before. But these pieces are so small, maybe I can just roll it with this. All right. So at this point, it still has to be charged. So what I'll do is I'll put it in a bucket and I will get some, I'm going to use actually the coffee grounds. I'm going to do coffee grounds and a little bit of compost tea. So that's what I'll do to get this charged up, get the nutrients in it. Because if you put this down in your garden without loading them up full of nutrients, loading them up full of the bacteria, it'll actually just absorb everything from your garden. So you got to charge it up before you put it in your garden. All right. So this was cool. This is some of those round pieces. Little holes people drilled out. all done. This was some of those just thin pieces, really tight. You know, that's a hardwood right there. Very tight pores versus pine, which has a lot bigger pores in it. I think it's good to use all different types of wood. And I don't grind it up much smaller than this. There's some, I don't want to pulverize it. Although there is going to be some pulverized, there's going to be some 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 1 inch. You know, probably somewhere around this size here. You know, maybe 3/4 inch, 1 inch. But I'm going to be mixing it as well, so it's still going to break down a little bit. But for the most part, this stuff's ready to go. At least to be charged up. There's another round little drill remnant of somebody drilling some wood. I think some of the ash might have come from when I took this top off. I think I might have dumped some in. It doesn't look like, once you get down to the nitty-gritty, it looks pretty good. Yep, this is good stuff. What do you think, Sammy? Good stuff or what? Alright, I'm gonna go get the bucket. I'm gonna put this in a bucket. Alright, so Sam and I just filled up these buckets with some coffee grounds and also some compost tea. And now I'm gonna put my biochar into these buckets and give them a little charge up. So let's do that. And just to show you here, so there's the compost tea and some coffee grounds. And that's what we're gonna put this biochar into right here. Look at the old school Home Depot bucket. Alright, let me get a shovel, Sammy. Alright, so we'll just shovel this stuff in here. Don't breathe this in. I think the wind's going away. I'm sitting upwind from this. Alright, this last little bit here. Alright, so we'll stir this up, poke it in there. Let's see if I can get you guys a little closer here. already absorbing a lot of water. Alright, we'll come back to that in a little bit. I'll probably end up putting more water or more compost tea in there. Let's check out the other one. So I'll get some more and I'll top that off. We'll take it from there. Okay. So that's pretty much it. Some of the stuff even on top is actually biochar. I didn't expect that. Usually this stuff burns right down. But I think when it cooled off and the gases took over, this stopped burning. I'll mix that stuff up. Throw this over here just on the ground, that's fine. Alright, so that's my first biochar batch of the year. Very happy with it. I'm very happy with the stock that I was able to get from the woodworker's place down the street. But yeah. Alright, so I think that's it for the my first burn of the year, making the biochar. I'm happy with everything, the way it turned out. This thing has always done a good job for me. I'm happy with the stock that I got from the local woodworking place. That worked out good. I'm thankful that I got some coffee grounds to put in here, which we normally have some, but I did get some extras from Starbucks. Went down there and the woman gave me a giant bag. I'm probably gonna get more because I just constantly use it everywhere. So the folks from Living Web Farms affectionately refer to their retort kiln as the Tin Man. But yeah, so they call their cooker the Tin Man. If you guys think of another name, if you can just put it down in the comments, what I can call this cooker, this retort kiln. So yeah, help me out with a name for that. Alright, other than that, I guess we'll see you on the flip side. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Appreciate it. Oh hey, this episode is brought to you by Bassett Bee Farm Honey. It's a superfood. It's good for you. 100% natural, raw honey. That's right. Get it while you can. When it's in pyrolysis, am I saying it right? I don't know. This episode was brought to you by Bassett Bee Farm. Alright, don't leave me hanging, dude. Did you like it or not? Sammy. Alright. And if you don't mind, if you can like, subscribe, share, stuff like that, so I can continue to produce these awesome videos, that would be muchly greatly appreciated. That muchly greatly, that's such a thing? I'm not sure if that is.